A group of tribal cannibals had captured a woman and tied her tightly to a tall wooden stake set as a trap. But instead of rushing to feast on their captive, they hurriedly brought out a coffin. From a writhing pile of snakes, they carefully selected a thick, venomous one, preparing for some kind of ritual worship. The plan was to complete the offering, then force the snake into the woman's mouth. Just as the tribal chief was about to make the deadly move, Jesse appeared silently from the shadows. Without hesitation, he raised his gun and shot the chief dead on the spot. The rest of the tribe, stunned by the sight of the weapon in his hand, froze in fear. No one dared step forward, worried they'd be next. All they could do was watch helplessly as Jesse walked away with the prey they'd worked so hard to capture. But Jesse and the woman barely made it into a nearby cave when they were ambushed by an old friend, Blackie, who had been waiting there for a while. Within moments, both were tied up and hoisted onto an execution rig. As punishment for Jesse's betrayal and the assistant's betrayal of loyalty, Blackie activated the lift, suspending them high above the river, ready to drop them into shark-infested waters. At that critical moment, Jesse noticed a hydrogen bomb placed on the nearby table. Taking advantage of Blackie's distraction, he used the magnetic pull from his special watch to silently attract the bomb into his hand. Hiding it in his mouth, he immediately used the gear on his watch face to cut the ropes binding him. In a single swift move, he leapt through the air and took down the unsuspecting chubby guard. Blackie tried to retaliate, but he was no match for Jesse's skill. Within seconds, Jesse had overpowered him and dragged him into the water. As they struggled, Jesse shoved the bomb into Blackie's mouth and pushed his head underwater. Seconds later, Blackie's body began to swell, then exploded into pieces, blasting out of the water. In the end, Jesse single-handedly destroyed the enemy's entire criminal base and wiped out the illegal drug crops being grown there. And with Blackie gone, he teamed up with the assistant, Pooja, to begin a new chapter in life together. That's it for today's story. I'm your host, and I'll see you next time.